Hello, my dear sweet little kids. How are you all doing? I hope you all are healthy and happy at your home. So, children, today I am going to introduce you all a new topic, that is comparison. But before that, let's do the recap of adjectives or describing words. What are adjectives? Adjectives are the words that describe or tell about the quality of a person, animal, place, or thing. Here, quality means that what kind of a noun it is. It also describes in terms of their number, color, size, material, age, and shape. An adjective also describes how someone or something looks, tastes, feels, smells, or sounds like. So children, this is all about the chapter adjectives. Now, let's come to our today's chapter, that is comparison. Now, the question arises, what is comparison? Comparison means to find out differences between adjectives of noun. Adjectives are used to compare people, places, objects, and ideas. Adjectives have three forms. Positive adjective means simple adjective. Comparative adjective, in which we add er to the adjective, and superlative adjective, in which we add est to the adjective. Now let's take some examples. Fast. Here, fast is the example of positive adjective. Faster is the example of comparative adjective. And fastest is the example of superlative adjective. Now, let's learn how and when to add er and est to the adjectives. Children, in some of the sentences, adjectives are used as they are, without changing their form. They describe single person, animal, object, place, or group. For example, tall. Here, tall is an adjective. Now let's take the example of a sentence, Rupa is tall. Here, we are using the adjective tall in its simple form. There are some more examples. The apple is red. I made a small card for my mother. The sun is hot. My friend reads a funny story. Now, in all these sentences, all the underlined words are the adjectives and they are used in their simple form. When we use adjectives to compare two nouns, we add er at the end of such adjectives. For example, tall. Here we have added er to the adjective tall. Let's take more examples. Long, longer, tall, taller, straight, straighter, large, larger, big, bigger, hot, hotter. Let's take the example of a sentence. Mohan is taller than Rupa. Here we are comparing two nouns with each other in terms of their height. So that is why we have added er to the adjective in this sentence. There is an important point to note. We always use then after the adjective ends with er in a sentence. Let's take the example. Mohan is shorter than Ricky. Now here in this sentence, we have used then after the adjective shorter, which ends with er. So it indicates that whenever we use the er form of an adjective, we add then after it in a sentence. More examples are: today is hotter than yesterday. Bill runs faster than Bob. This exercise is easier than the last one. Andy works harder than his brother. Now, in all these sentences, as you all can see, we are comparing two nouns with each other. So that is why we have added er to the adjectives in each sentence. And that adjective is followed by the word then. Next, when we use adjectives in comparing more than two nouns means it can be 3, it can be 10, it can be 20, or it can be any number more than 2. We add est at the end of such adjectives. For example, tall. Here, tall is an adjective to which we have added est. Such more words are long, longest, tall, tallest, straight, straightest, large, largest, big, biggest, hot, hottest. Let's take the example of a sentence. Vidya is the tallest girl in her class. Now here we are comparing more than two nouns. We are comparing the height of a girl with another two girls. So that is why we have added est to the adjective tall. Now again there is an important point to note that we always use the article the before the adjective ends with est in a sentence. Let's take the example. Falguni is the shortest girl in her class. Now here you can see that we have used the before the adjective which ends with est. So it indicates that whenever we use the est form of adjective in a sentence, we add the in that sentence before the adjective. Some more examples are: Peter is the smartest boy in class. Alice is the sweetest girl in the neighborhood. The blue whale is the largest of all animals. Now, in all these sentences, smartest, sweetest, largest, these are the adjectives to which we have added est, and the is added before them in each of the sentence. Now there are some rules to remember. Rule number 1. When the adjective ends in e, we add only r and st to the adjective. Let's take the example. Children, here large is an adjective which ends with e. So that is why we have added r and st to the adjective. So the word becomes large, larger, largest. Some more examples are cute, cuter, cutest, nice, nicer, nicest. Rule number 2. When the adjective ends in consonant plus y, we drop the y or we delete the y and add IER and IEST to the adjective. Let's take an example. For example, here lucky is an adjective. Now, in this word, K is the consonant and it is followed by the letter Y. So, in this case, we will drop the Y from the word or delete the Y from the word and add IER and IEST in place of Y. So, the word becomes lucky, luckier, luckiest. Some more examples are busy, busier, busiest, happy, happier, happiest, dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. Rule number 3. When the adjective that ends in vowel plus consonant, we double the ending consonant and then add er and est to the adjective. For example, red. Here, red is an adjective in which e is the vowel and it is followed by the letter consonant at the end. So here in this case, we will double the consonant letter at the last and add er and est to the adjective. And the word becomes red, redder, reddest. Some more examples are big, bigger, biggest, flat, flatter, flattest, thin, thinner, thinnest, hot, hotter, hottest. Now children, there is a very important point to remember, that we do not add er and est at the end of some adjectives. They change in special ways and we need to learn such adjectives. For example, little, less, least, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. So, if we compare two nouns with each other, in that case, we will be going to use less, better and worse. And if we will compare more than two nouns, then we will be going to use least, best and worst in those sentences. Thank you everyone. I hope this chapter is clear to you all. Thank you. Have a nice day.